Thanks so much for tuning in. I'm filming a little bit late today, and that's primarily because I spent this weekend trying to better prepare myself for the school week. My kids have been back to school for 2 weeks now, and I was so unprepared. This back to school season came at me so fast. I don't know what to do. So I definitely needed to buy some tools that were going to help keep my kids organized this back to school season. My name is Lauren, and you're watching Orderly Conduct. So one of the first things that I bought to help keep my kids more orderly and organized is their own personalized box. Inside the box will contain their own daily used tools that they're going to need. And now that my kids are back to school and have been back to school for 2 weeks now, I have a better and more clear understanding of what those tools are. So I really did my best to not try to go overboard this back to school season when it came to shopping, which is kind of a plus. So I got them both their own personalized box. I got these cardboard boxes from IKEA. So far they are made of cardboard, but they are pretty sturdy for cardboard. So they're gonna fit right into their bookshelves perfectly. These boxes are self-assembled, as most things are at IKEA. So they're about $5, and trust me when I say, I believe that these are gonna be so handy for the kids. So inside of each box will contain about 5 items. The first thing, they're each gonna have their own pencil boxes or pencil cases. I got these from Target for about $3. I've had them since school started, and so far the kids really like them. I like the fact that they're not plastic because they can't be stepped on and broken or sat on or anything like that, and they're not super bulky. So they have a little zipper on the front for their pencils to go inside of, and I just thought this was so cute to have a little pencil. It's made of silicone, it's bendy, it's durable, and I recommend stopping by Target and grabbing some of these. Some other things that I'm gonna include in the boxes are gonna be a folder for their assignments and a composition book. I think this is going to be really appropriate for their ages and their grade. They do daily schoolwork, so I want them to kind of keep track of it, and journaling. So I provided a composition book for each of the kids and a folder to kind of put their assignments in when they're finished with them. So my kids are still in early elementary, so construction paper is still something that is highly used in their grade levels. So Target had this pad of construction paper for $1.99. Each one of these pads are going to go into the boxes for the kids. The last thing you definitely don't want to forget this year are headphones. Most kids are doing remote learning and they have their tablets and their laptops. You definitely don't want to forget the headphones. Target had these for $9. This is specifically for kids, and I just think you can't go wrong. We're gonna see how these work. I never used this brand before, but I will let you know if we have any issues, but definitely don't forget the headphones like I did. I definitely underestimated the value of headphones when it comes to remote learning. So that concludes everything that's gonna go into the boxes. I really wanted to keep the amount of things in the boxes down to a minimum, and that's basically because I think that organizing school supplies is usually the first step to introducing structure and organization into a child's life. And overwhelming them with way too many things at first can sometimes make it very easy for them to kind of lose track of things and become overwhelmed and disorganized. So I kind of wanted to keep it as simple as possible and help them to start being responsible and putting things back by creating a place for it. Another thing you definitely want to make sure you get this year is a whiteboard. This came in handy when it came to writing down their daily schedules and writing down their computer logins. So when school first started, they needed to daily log into their laptops, and they have new logins now. So my kids really needed, to kind of reference the board when using that login, when logging into their computer. So this came in handy. if you can find one that's inexpensive, that's not gonna break the pockets, I definitely would recommend it. Other tools that I'm gonna be using this year to help keep my kids organized are these cubby boxes. I got one for each one of the kids so that they can have their own individual markers, color pencils, crayons, glue sticks, scissors, etc. I just don't want any conflict when it comes to whose is whose, and I just think that it really makes things a lot less stressful when you personalize things for kids and kind of give them their own individual boxes and space for their items. I also bought these book holders, also at Target for about $3. I got these for their binders and the books that they're going to be reading. Again, one for each child so that they can kind of have an understanding of whose is whose, and their names will be going on the front. So one thing I really want to recommend that you all do this year is to keep it simple. Don't do too much. Again, the goal here is to stay organized. You don't want to get to the store and start piling a whole bunch of school supplies in your basket that you're not going to even use this year. You don't want to kind of use this as an opportunity to stock up and end up with a whole bunch of paper, a whole bunch of notebooks that you just don't need and that just end up getting wasted. So really keep that in mind when buying school supplies. Don't go overboard. Get what you're going to need for that semester or for that I really hope that you found these tools useful. I really want you to like this video if it helped you out, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel for more weekly tips on how to get more organized in your home. Thanks so much for watching, and until next week.